Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is James. Today is Tuesday, February the 18th, 2020. So I haven't been on in a while. I've got other things going on that have made it difficult for me to get on here to make a video. But I wanted to jump on today just because I had some time and kind of talk about what's going on. So I'm looking at the S&P here. You can see I have this line here that kind of showed the little pause and then a breakout. And then we have what happened today with Apple saying that they're going to miss the revenue guidance because of the coronavirus or whatever. And the market is kind of holding up pretty well or being bought out of that. So mostly it's a bounce. I don't really see a lot of fear in the market. I don't see it really getting ready to dive. So you can see the NASDAQ here, it's rebounding from that drop down. So there still always seems to be this underlying support, I guess. I mean, anytime the market's pulling back, at least lately, market pulls back, buying comes in, market pulls back, buying comes in. There really hasn't been any sort of indication that this market's going to sell off at any point. The Dow kind of, being bought back up, it's off the lows. Russell, same kind of thing, kind of bouncing off the lows. So even though the coronavirus is affecting Apple now, of course that was going to affect the Dow, but generally this market has a lot of support underneath it, which is really good. So I just want to go through the few stocks I'm looking at here so you can see what I'm kind of looking at. PETQ, there's this big triangle on it. Let me see, big triangle. And it broke out of that back here, so I bought that down in here. Basically that's about where my stop is, I think. Yeah, 31.94. That's about where my stop is. So I'm right in here. I got in there a little higher than I wanted, but it's where I'm at. And today it's down a bit. It really doesn't seem too terrible. It's just kind of a small pullback. I'm in PGNY, which I bought down here. My stop is at 30.46, which is down here. So I'm still about $1.50. Actually, on this one, I'm about $1 away from where I bought, as I'm waiting for it to break away from this. Then I'll move it to break even after that. So that looks really good because it's up $1.64 today, even though the market's really negative. And then NTNX I bought, I think it was Friday, when it just popped out of that line there. And it was up a little better earlier today, but it's up about 14 cents now. It's still coming out of the pattern. I think volume's still pretty good too. But yeah, I'm hoping that'll break away from this triangle and move up really well. The other two I'm looking at, COUP with this nice symmetrical triangle. It's really creeping up to that upper line now. Volume's not that great today, so even if it pops out of that, I probably wouldn't buy it today because the market's still weak. I don't think COUP would get very far if it tried to go out, but it's really, really close to the line right now. And then ACMR, I just found this today. It's a semiconductor. And I don't know what drove it up like this. I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm sure if I look on maybe Yahoo or something, I could find news that talks about how it's been driven up. News that drove it up like that. But I'm looking back here and I don't see much of any kind of positive activity that would say it's really trending. But the trend has just kicked in for this thing. But now it has a ascending triangle. So that I just found that today and I'm just keeping an eye on that. I'll show you one other one that I got stopped out of because my stop was, I think I moved it too early. I got stopped out of it. But this thing, CDLX, I bought it about here on that day. And then I got stopped out of it here. And before that, I moved my stop to my break-even point because I had a couple good days of green right there. And then it just turned around, tested the breakout point, bounced off, and now it's up. It's up about $14 from where I bought it, but I got stopped out of it right there. So I think I just moved my stop up too soon, and I'm probably going to increase my stop a little. I'm usually using about $1.50 stop, just $100 stock, so it's about $1.50. I might go to $1.60 just to give myself more room, and then just kind of be a little bit more patient on when I move my stop to break even, because I basically just got stopped out of this thing, and it was my own fault, I guess. So that's it for now. So that's what I'm looking at. I would really like to be able to get these videos going again a little bit more often. I will try, but I'll see you next time.